Remember, what makes you different
Let's go!
is what makes you Spider-Man.
Officer, I love you.
Wait, what?
Yo, what is up? I am back. I am back for glorious, glorious movie reviews. Been gone for a while, but I'm back. I am back, baby. Like Spider-Man. Spider-Man is back with Into the Spider-Verse, produced by Phil Lord and Chris Miller, who were behind the Lego Movie, which was awesome. So with that being said, let's get right into this movie. It is amazing how we get so much Spider-Man here recently, and I can't get enough of Spider-Man. This movie is incredible. Everything from the visuals were stunning. Sony Animation did amazing with this. Amazing. Like nothing you've ever seen before. It's like a comic book. When you're reading a comic book, it's like it's brought out, it's like shooting at your face. And we love that because everyone loves comic books. And when they're being shot in your face, it makes for a good time. So you got that going. You got the music in this is just amazing. I think I've listened to Post Malone's Sunflower 90 billion times. And that's not even a joke because I've listened to it 90 billion times. And I mean, the rest of the music in it is just really, it just fits so well with the movie. And the fact that they're using Miles Morales Spider-Man as the main Spider-Man, the building block of this animated universe I'm pretty sure they're going to do now, is just, I love it because we all know about Peter Parker. We all know about that. You know, Uncle Ben, great responsibility is a thing. We're done with that. I'm glad they didn't do it with Homecoming. It's just, we're done with that. Let's move on. And now we get Miles Morales, who is Spider-Man basically in another dimension. You know, he's different, and that's what we need with superheroes. We can't keep getting the same thing, and that is exactly what this movie is. It's different, and different is good, especially when they pull it off like this. Yeah, Green Goblin's a bad guy in it, but he's only a bad guy in it for like 10 seconds, 15 seconds. The fact that Wilson Fisk is the main bad guy is great because Wilson Fisk has already been incorporated into the Daredevil show. He is amazing in that. Just this big bad guy that's going to do whatever it takes to be with his wife and child. In Spider-Man, in the TV show, it's pretty much just to get with Vanessa. But, I mean, still the same issues kind of are the same. He wants to be with his family. Wants to be with people he loves. Anyway, so he's like, I need to do whatever it takes to get my family. And he ends up... Oh, spoilers. Spoilers. We see Peter Parker die. Like, I'm sorry I keep looking over here. The camera... I switched my phone, so I forget, so the camera is right here. But now the camera's here, see? Yeah. So I might accidentally look over there. But anyway, so we see Peter Parker die, and that was sad. Like I'm into this movie not too long, and I'm about ready to cry in the theater. I don't like crying in public, you know. When I was a child, if I cried in public, everybody called me a crybaby. I didn't like that. But like it just tugs at your emotions. You really feel the struggle that Miles Morales has as just a young kid, and then when he gets these powers, you feel like, oh man, you know, you feel for this kid and how things are changing, and it just becomes an emotional story. And even at that, it's still a hilarious movie too. I mean, the fact that the ones that got me were the puberty jokes. Hilarious. I can't get enough of them. That was just brilliant writing. It was great. The rapport between him and Other Dimension Peter Parker is just so great. I like the fact that, you know, there's this teacher-student kind of master and apprentice vibe to them, and how he teaches, you know, Miles to become Spider-Man. but eventually he's got to find it in himself to be Spider-Man. He's got to take the leap, if you will, as they say in the movie, or take the jump. Jumping or leaping, pretty sure those are synonyms, or synonyms. You got it. But I mean, to go back to the villains, not only do we see Wilson Fisk, we see Scorpion, which I'm pretty sure they're going to incorporate him in the live action movies soon. If not in Far From Home, he'll be in the next one. Because he was in at the end of Homecoming. He had that tattoo. So he's coming. I like the fact that they went with Olivia Octavius. It's Doc Ock, but it's a girl. And I don't know much about Miles Morales comic books, but just her character, it was nice to see a new incorporation of Doc Ock. Because again, Spider-Man 2, we love that. We love Doc Ock's storyline. But I mean, you got to see another Octavius, and then you see Prowler, which is Miles's uncle, who at times was a little scary. I'm not gonna lie, I got a little scared. But yeah, I mean, it was so good to see different Spider-Man villains. I mean, Spider-Man has so many great villains, and I'm just tired of. I love Venom. I love Venom so much as a character. The movie, there might be another movie review for later because I did see that in theaters. But I mean, I love the character of Venom, and I love Green Goblin. But it's gotta, and we gotta do other villains. I know that's like the big villains. It's like the Joker to Peter Parker, but you gotta show off all these other great characters that there are, like in Far From Home. This is a perfect example. They're doing Mysterio. Mysterio is great. He was one of my favorites in the Spider-Man cartoons. He was one of my favorites in the video games, and then in some comics I read, he was so menacing, and he got in your head and he fucked you up. But to see all these other characters, great. And then when you go into the other Spider-Men, you get Gwen Stacy, which that's really cool. She was really cool in the movie. I mean, her Spider-Man outfit is pretty awesome. It's got the hood and shit. I mean, that's super dope. And again, with the rapport with Miles Morales, super funny, super emotional. And that's what you want in a movie. You got Spider-Man Noir, which was Nicolas Cage, who I loved his delivery as Spider-Man Noir. Yeah, just the fact that, and there was a couple jokes in there where he's like, he was holding the Rubik's Cube and he's like, is this purple? And I just lost it because that's so funny. It's great writing. You got Penny Parker and Spider, which is the girl in the spider, like almost like diva from Overwatch. I mean, she was really cool. Just I love how they changed the art style with these other Spider-Men. When they're in the same universe, they kept their own art style, and it was really unique to see them blend together. They did it so well. And then, of course, Spider-Ham, which is voiced by John Mulaney. Great. I mean, that's everything I've ever wanted. And again, it's basically John Mulaney as a Spider-Man, but he's not, top dollar movie star, so he's not going to get his own Spider-Man movie. Let's give him Spider-Ham, and it worked perfectly. The best part for me was when he was leaving, and he gave Miles his hammer. He's like, "It will fit in your pocket." Like, that's so great. But I mean, yeah. So everything about this movie is great. I mean, you're gonna go see it. You should see it. It's amazing. Just everything about it is great. Like I said, bad guys. It's good villains. It's got a good story. You feel heart in it. It's funny. It's an overall great movie. It's one of my favorite movies of the year. Camera's not there. It's there. It's one of my favorite movies of the year. And then the post-credit scene was so, oh my gosh, again, so funny. Where Spider-Man 2099, he goes back to the very first Spider-Man. And it's based on that meme where he's pointing like, hey, and basically say, hey, no, you point it first. Hey, you're pointing at me. You point it. It was just fantastically done. Uh, Again, Lord Miller producing this, you can just tell they did a great job on it. It's got the same kind of comedic moments that Lego Movie had, and makes you really think maybe they should have done Han Solo. Yeah, it could have been a mess, but it might have been something really cool to see. But yeah, everybody did great on it. Like this is what Sony needs to do, or hell, even what Marvel needs to do. Yeah, we got our live action Marvel movies, but let's make some quality animated movies. I mean, just because we're adults doesn't mean we don't like animated. I mean, for crying out loud, I'm 26 years old. I love me some SpongeBob. Yeah, it's great. Shoot me. But I mean, the fact that this movie is going to do so well, and I'm looking right now, it has a budget of 90 million. It's probably done 50 to 100 million in um, what do you call where they shoot it out? Marketing. That's what it's called. It's probably done that in marketing, but I mean, it's already made box office wise over 200 million. So I mean, it is a success. It deserves to be a success. Um, Sony Pictures, they get a better rep. They get a better rep. Robert, they get a better rep. Talking to me, they get a better rep. That was terrible. But I mean, you know what? With care and good production, you can make a good movie. Don't just throw out that shit. Don't go off of, oh, kids love cell phones, so let's put a cell phone in the movie or whatever they did to Spider-Man 3 to ruin that. Do not do that for any other movie ever. You do not do that. And Sony, you know better because you've done it before and you lost. So don't do that, especially with my Spider-Man. Don't do it with Spider-Man. So it looks like they learned their lesson because this movie was great. You just keep on that pace. You keep up with the good writing. You don't settle for less. You just keep on, and everything will be great. Again, I hope there's a sequel. I hear there's a green-lighted sequel. It's going to be based more on Gwen and Miles Morales, which I hope because that was a really good connection there. I'd like to see what comes next. I'd like to see new villains. I'd like to see, how the effect of Aaron Davis, which is Miles' uncle, the death of him. I'd like to see how that affects Miles going forward. I'd like to see the relationship between him and his dad. I'd like to see all that. But again, Sony just doesn't. They need to keep their shit together and not just think about money. They need to make a good quality product. And you know what? After this, I trust them. So far, Sony is better than DC, in my opinion. Sorry, I don't care. Everyone might say Justice League is pretty good. Yeah. You know what? I try to give them a good shot, but they ruin it every time. And I know I tweet, like, after I watch a movie, I say it's great. But when I sit on it and I think about it and it's shit, I just gotta say it's shit. And, DC, like, I haven't even seen Aquaman yet. I'm very scared to see Aquaman. But I will eventually see it, so we'll see what happens. But Justice League was terrible, and I tried to watch I know this isn't Spider-Man, but I tried to watch Justice League a few months back. I just can't. I can't. Like, I'll play it, and then when they get to the Steppenwolf and the mother boxes, and it's bad. I can't do it. I just can't. And what the hell is up with that family? Anyway, because this will become a Justice League review, and that's not what this is about. It's about celebrating Spider-Man and the Spider-Verse. So it's in theaters now. Go check it out. Guys, I'm back. Sorry I was away. Got a new job. Lost my old editing software, so couldn't do my editing. I could have used a free one, but I'm all about quality, and you know that. There's no camera there. I'm all about quality, as you can clearly see. So, I should be back, as long as I don't, break my nose or anything. We're good. I'm back. Yeah, so definitely, okay, check it out. Go watch it. Yeah. Also, Chris Pine voiced the Peter Parker who died. Interesting. There's no camera there. very interesting. So yeah, I mean that's about it. Just really good. Just really good. Really good. Go watch it. You'll be happy about it. Kevin the Movie Guy's back. See you later. Or thumbs out. That hurts my wrist.
I want to hear it.
Look at this place.
Dad, I love you.
Dad, I love you.
That's a copy.